Hello friends, welcome back to my channel 365 IT Pros. In today's tutorial, I'm going to build a custom project management copilot leveraging Microsoft Copilot Studio, Microsoft Project, and power of AI prompts. Imagine having a virtual copilot right on your side, creating projects, adding tasks, and generating insightful summaries from your projects, all through simple conversational prompts. So let's dive into new era of productivity and efficiency in project planning. Here is the simple architecture for this custom copilot. At its core, Copilot serves as a bridge between human intent and machine execution. Utilizing dynamic chaining, it calls Power Automate plugin action, tapping into the project data stored in Dataverse. This data serves as a foundation for AI prompts which intelligently generate task and project summaries. By leveraging this interconnected system, we unlock Gen AI-based project planning. While this demo focuses on project and task creation and generating summaries for projects, it is important to note that with Copilot Studio, the potential is limitless. It has a wide array of possibility to generate things like my pending task due today, and more. So let's jump right into Copilot Studio environment and see all magic happening over there. Before I jump into Copilot Studio environment, if you are not familiar with Project for Web and how it stores information in Microsoft Dataverse, please go through links in description. I am into my Copilot Studio environment and I have already built a Copilot called Project. Let's see what this Copilot can do. Let's say I want to create a document management system. Create a project to build document management system. Now it's going to create an empty project in Microsoft Project for the Web to create a document management system. Here is the unique GUID of new created project and URL of project. I can click this URL to go to the project which got created in Microsoft Project for the Web. Now there are no tasks in this project. Let me ask this Copilot to add tasks to build document management system. It's going to add some tasks which are required to build document management system. It's going to use AI to identify list of tasks which are required to build document management system. Let's look at the project. Here are list of tasks which got added to build a document management system. It further shares list of tasks with me. Now let's look at how this magic happens behind the scene. Let me show you how I built this Copilot using plugin action. Plugin action allows to extend the capabilities of your Copilot by calling custom or pre-built connectors and Power Automate. If you are not familiar with creating plugin actions in Power Virtual Agent or Copilot, please refer link in description. I have also enabled dynamic chaining in order to let Copilot find out which is right or appropriate plugin in real time based on user message. I have created 3 different plugin actions to create project, add task, and generate project summary. The create project plugin action calls a Power Automate called create a project. Create a project Power Automate takes two input parameters, project name and project manager email ID. It then creates new record in Microsoft Dataverse system and returns project URL and unique project ID to Copilot. I'm passing these two parameters from my plugin action to Power Automate using dynamically filled with based option. Using this option allows Copilot to detect name, project name from user response. I'm also using set as a value option to set the value of email ID for a project manager. You can select set as a value, click on system variable, search for email, and you will find the logged in user email ID as a variable. For output, I am using the default option to generate response dynamically using these two output parameter which I am capturing in my output, project ID and project URL. I am going to use these two parameter later in my other plugin actions. You can read here, add output that should be available to other actions during dynamic chaining. Project ID will be automatically used by plugin action to create tasks to identify project to which task needs to be added. I have created next action to add task to project. For this particular action, I am calling a Power Automate called create project task from Copilot. Here is my Power Automate. It takes two parameters, project ID to which the task needs to be added and project goal or project activity that the project plan is all about. To generate a task, I am using AI Builder AI prompt. I have created an AI prompt to generate a task based on project activity. I will quickly show you how you can create a new AI prompt. Under your Power Platform environment, go to AI prompts, select create text with GPT prompt, and you can write your prompt here to generate a AI based response. I have already created a prompt called generate task. I've given the instruction you are an AI project manager to generate detailed project task with milestone. List all tasks in a JSON format. Do not generate any text other than the task. Do not add task numbers. And then I have given a prompt, generate detailed project task for a project. This project is a text input which I can add from new input. Let's test this particular prompt. Let's say I want to build a new town home. So I'm giving a sample text. I want to generate a task to build new town home. The prompt is going to generate list of tasks to build a new town home. Once these tasks are generated, I am using this task in my Power Automate. I can call my AI prompt using an action call AI Builder, create a text with GPT using prompt, and select the prompt which I have already created. I'm passing the list of tasks to generate tasks in Microsoft Dataverse environment using Microsoft Project Unbound Operations. You can refer my link in description to know how to create tasks using Power Automate in Microsoft Dataverse environment. I am passing set of tasks back to Copilot to share with user which tasks were added to project. Back in my Copilot, I am again capturing the output parameters, which is a task list and using the default option to generate message dynamically. The third plugin action which I have created is to generate project summary. Here I am also calling a Power Automate called get project summary. This Power Automate takes logged in user email ID as an input and generates list of all projects for logged in user. I am passing the list of projects to another prompt to generate a markdown table summary of all projects. This particular prompt takes JSON as an input and generates markdown table summary of project as an output. Let me quickly show you that particular prompt. Here I have written a prompt which says please summarize given project text. This text is a JSON that I am getting from Dataverse to share consolidated view of all projects with name, start date, finish date, progress status in markdown table. I have given additional information to this prompt to get a better response. Here is the sample input JSON that I am getting from Dataverse operation, which I am giving as an input to this prompt, and then prompt generates a markdown table summary of all projects. I am passing this summary back to my Copilot, and I am capturing that summary in a project summary output. I'm using the default option to generate message using AI dynamically. Now let's say instead of summary, I just want to know about a specific project, maybe a progress or a start date or end date for a specific project. For that particular query, I've created a custom topic called query project. This topic will be called dynamically based on the description of the topic. This topic responds to user question asking specific information like start date, end date, status for any specific project. Now here, rather than creating another flow or asking Dataverse environment or querying Dataverse environment, what I have done is I am calling my same plugin action which generates the summary of my project. Once the summary of my project is generated in a tabular format, I am passing this information to a create generative answer node to generate response for a specific question from that tabular summary. You can add this by clicking on Advanced Generative Answers. For this particular node, I am using my tabular summary as a data source. I've used custom data as a data source. It takes a table with 3 columns as an input: content, content location, and title. Content is the project summary that I got from my plugin action. Content location, I have left it empty. Title is the title of this particular content. For timing, for this demo, I've used project. Let's test this Copilot with some question. I have kept tracing mode on. Now I'm going to ask this Copilot to build a project plan to create a science lab. Now you can see on right side, it has identified the project name, the logged in user email ID, and have created a project in project for web. Here is the unique ID of the project and URL of the project. Not just creating project, but it has also identified the next steps to create task in project and picked up the project ID generated from the output of create project plugin action. I'll go to this project and look at the task. Here is my project in project for the web along with set of tasks which are generated by AI. Now let me ask this Copilot to summarize all my projects. I'm going to ask Copilot summarize all my projects. It's going to generate summary of all my projects in a markdown table. Now on the right side of our screen you can see it called summarize project plugin action automatically and generated summary of my 3 projects. I'm going to ask further going to ask what is start date for intranet site on SharePoint project. So this is a specific question where it's going to call my custom topic to generate response using generative AI node. This is all about building custom Copilot using Microsoft Dataverse, AI prompts, and plugin actions. Before I end this video, I would like to share that Microsoft has released new planner in Teams which brings project for web and Copilot experience together right in Teams. If you like content of this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.